An empty house is not a home. A broken heart remains alone. I know you can't see me anymore.
Okay, so that was a short snippet from a song called "This Ghost Remains" by our friend here, Simon, who goes under the nom de plume of Uncle Greedy. Hi, Simon. How you doing?
Hello there. Thanks ever so much for having me, by the way.
It's our pleasure. It's just a shame we can't get together live, but I'm sure those days will come. So there's got to be a story behind this Uncle Greedy name.
Yeah.
Isn't
Well, well, that came about from a friend of mine's little boy who, after we'd took him to Nando's. Actually, we took him out for the day, and for some reason, I was extremely hungry that day. I had 2 large helpings of chicken, and he just called me his Uncle Greedy. And every time I saw him, he referred to me as Uncle Greedy. So it kind of stuck, and I wanted something, because I think my name's really boring. So I wanted something to stick in people's minds, which apparently it does, which is a good thing. So.
It certainly does. It certainly does. And so for people who don't know anything about you or your music, Simon, how would you describe your music and your style?
Well, I've been told that it comes under folk rock. Apparently, that's what some people have addressed it as, folk rock. So I never thought I'd ever call myself a folk artist. I always wanted to be a rock artist, but that's just the way it is. So it's folk rock, but the music has been told that a lot of people have heard it. It's very heartfelt and it's very honest. And I've tried to. Songwriting for me is great because you can make all these wonderful places up that you go to in your writing journey. But I've always tried to, even though it might be, there's still some self-reflection in the songs. So there's still an element of honesty for me. So yeah, it's just generally very heartfelt and honest. And enjoyable. I try to make it as fun as possible.
Excellent. And all original stuff. You write and record your own songs. Excellent.
I do, yeah. I have a small studio at home which I do the demos, and then I send them off to the producers I'm working with, and they do their magic.
But you were telling me earlier that that song we started with, "This Ghost Remains," it wasn't just a song, you actually created the video as well.
Yeah, I wanted to do, well, because I always used to enjoy acting years ago, and I had to stop doing it just because the music was such a full-time thing. I didn't have time to do it all and put 100% into the music. So I still, when I did the idea of the song, I wanted to create what I felt the song was about represented in the video. So yeah, I got to write, and from some people I know from the acting world, I was able to get some extras on board, and we had a day in London doing it at a wine bar. So it was great. It was a lot of fun.
What is the story behind that song?
Well, that's ultimately about when a kind of a love affair kind of finishes, and there's something there that the relationship can't work, but there's something there that remains between, and it's like a presence. And I took that feeling of a presence, because if you ever see an ex, partner out and about, you kind of look at each other, and whether you're talking or not, and you still have that kind of connection to a certain degree. So to me, it was symbolizes of a presence. So it's ultimately love is still remaining, and the video was just a little bit of fun with the whole kind of ending of it and stuff. But ultimately, the video reflects it's to do with love, and it's to do with memories. So it's love memories that are ultimately remaining from the relationship. Yeah, so that's kind of it.
Well, I guess your timing was good getting into video at that stage when live gigs became something of a rarity.
Well, that was, I'd spoken to some people in the industry, and they said that, video is kind of the new way that, because I only got into this about 5 or 6, 7 years ago. I left it a long time because I had, doing various jobs, and it was not something that I ever thought I would get into. And I eventually got into it. And I've always been someone to take advice, and people said, if you constantly have visual coming out. So I thought, well, I don't just want to film me standing around playing a guitar. I thought, let's do something fun. So yeah, I'm very much about, if I can afford to do it, then music videos are, the way forward. Yeah, I always enjoy doing them.
And are most of your songs autobiographical in some respect?
The EP, the debut EP I released that was kind of the journey to mile 39 is kind of about all the years it took me to kind of get to the stage of being a songwriter, which was when I was 39. I'm 44 now, so but it's obviously gone a little bit back. So from 39, that's when I kind of did it as a professional level. So yeah, the first EP was very autobiographical. The rest of the music I've been writing in lockdown has been, not so much. It's just good stories.
And what are you working on at the moment?
So I've been writing a lot during lockdown. We converted a studio at home, a room into a studio at home, which has been great because it's my kind of space. So just writing as much as I can. Every single day, something will get written. And I've just been working on doing a live EP, which will be coming out later on, probably around about June, July time, with acoustic versions of some of the debut music on the EP, and also an acoustic version of a new track that will be coming out later in the year.
Yeah.
So very excited, lots of writing and enjoying it.
So if people that are watching this want to find out more about you and hear your music or see it, where we'll put all the links in the show notes. Where should people look to find more of Uncle Greedy, apart from Nando's?
Always lurking in Nando's. So they can go to my website, which is unclegreedymusic.com. They can go to any social media, which is at Uncle Greedy Music. So Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. They can find me on SoundCloud and Spotify, and it's always Uncle Greedy on the music platforms. On social media, it's Uncle Greedy Music, and the same as the website. So that's generally where they'll find it, and that's where I post cross links to everything. So it's all on there. So yeah, come say hi, send me a message, see how you're doing at this time.
And when you're gigging, where are you based? What's your stamping ground, live gig wise?
Well, I live in Surrey, so nothing up here, obviously, since lockdown. But generally, I was doing last year or very early or of the end of the previous year. I was doing a lot of gigs in Oxford and London, all over really. Wherever gigs are coming up, I'm always happy to sort of go along, or whether it be kind of charity gigs, which I love to do anyway, but charity gigs or any other gig really. It would be London or Surrey. The latter, hopefully, a bit more now.
Well, hopefully we'll see you at a new music night event in the not too distant future.
Hopefully you'll see me at a festival. Yeah, that would be good. But yeah. No, I'd love to. I'd love to come down and play it. It'd be great. So yeah.
Okay, and in the meantime, thanks for your time, Simon, and we'll play out with another snippet from that song you were discussing earlier.
That's great. Thanks ever so much. Thanks for having me.
Take care. Cheers.